Well, hello. In this session, I want to talk about something a little bit more advanced, and that is how strategic planning actually informs the risk framework within an organisation. Ordinarily, we hear that risk management needs to be part of the strategic and business planning framework, and that's absolutely true. But I think one of the things that's not well understood is how strategic planning actually contributes to the development of your risk management framework. Now, the way that I look at it is this. Every organisation has a vision. What I don't think too many organisations understand, or maybe a few do, is that that vision is telling us, what do I want to be when I grow up as an organisation? We then ask a question. If I get to that point, what does success look like? And if I know what success looks like when I get there, that gives me the ability to actually ask the question, how do I measure it? Now, if I then ask how I can measure it, I'll ask, what am I going to measure it against? And it might be that you measure it against financial performance, market share, regulatory framework, or your regulatory compliance. You might measure it against safety, the environment, political, if you're in a government organisation. And once you've done that, what you've actually identified are what we call your critical success factors. Now, those critical success factors actually form the headings or the columns for your consequence matrix. So every one of those critical success factors becomes a column heading in your consequence matrix. So by asking the question, what does success look like and how do I measure success, you've identified what the headings are for your consequence matrix. We then look at it and we say, what are the performance measures against those? And what are the key performance indicators that I'm going to measure against all of those? And therefore, you've actually set your performance management as well. The next question, of course, we ask is, where am I now? And you can actually have a look and say, right, well, this is where I am now. This is where I need to be. This is what I need to do to plot that from where I am now to where I want to be when I grow up. And that actually then sets the basis and the preconditions for establishing your strategic direction and also the bite-sized chunk in your business plan to get there. So what's really cool about asking this one question, what does success look like when I get to where I want to be when I grow up, is it sets not only the parameters for your risk framework around consequence, it also sets the parameters around your performance management program and allows you to actually measure where you are now so that you will know whether you actually achieve what you want to be when you grow up. But here's the thing. No organisation should ever achieve their vision. What, I hear you say? Well, the reality is that we should always want to be growing as an organisation. So we should always strive to be better, stronger, faster. So we should never reach that vision. Our vision should change as we mature as an organisation, as we get better at what we do. And that way, we're always striving to be more and more when we grow up. Those organisations that reach their vision and say, whoa, I've got there, they're likely to stagnate. They're the ones that are likely not to be around in the next few years. So, fundamentally, what do I want to be when I grow up? What does success look like when I'm there? And how do I measure that? If you do that, the strategic framework for your organisation falls all out of those questions. That's all I've got for this session. As I say always, let's be careful out there.